The man found that the shopkeeper's bracelet was a treasure, so he asked the shopkeeper about the price. When he heard the shopkeeper asking for $50,000, the man wanted to buy it for $500. The shopkeeper immediately snatched the bracelet from the man's hand and laughed at him, telling him to leave if he had no money. The man said that he had bought many bracelets, and this one clearly wasn't worth much. The shopkeeper realized that the man was an expert and lowered the price to $20,000. The man told the shopkeeper that he would only pay $2,500, not a single cent more. After saying that, the man pretended to leave. The shopkeeper immediately called the man back. Finally, they made the deal at $2,500. At this time, a rich young man came here. He intended to buy an antique for his grandfather. However, he found that all the things in the shop were worthless. He was worried that his grandfather would be unhappy to receive such a gift. But he suddenly saw the bracelet in the man's hand. His friend recognized that the bracelet was an antique. The rich young man thought it was a suitable gift, so he asked the man to sell the bracelet to him. The rich young man offered $300,000 for the bracelet. In order to get on good terms with this rich man, the man readily agreed. Then, the rich young man invited the man to his company to get the money. After the assistant took out $300,000 in cash, the man asked the rich young man if there were many beautiful actresses in his company. When the rich young man answered yes, the man told the rich young man that there was often a trap behind temptation. The rich young man didn't understand what this meant. The man said that he noticed that the rich young man's temples were dark, and he was worried that the young man would have bad luck because of women. The rich young man thought the man was talking nonsense. The man didn't explain further and left after taking the money. That night, the rich young man had a date with a beautiful actress. He suddenly remembered the man's warning in the afternoon. While the actress was taking a shower, he started to search around the hotel room. Sure enough, he found a hidden camera in the corner. If the man hadn't reminded him to be careful of the actresses in the company, he might have been disgraced. To thank the man, the rich young man wanted to buy a villa for him. To his surprise, the man didn't like villas, but wanted to buy a house in the slums, because with the memory of his past life, he knew that the real estate prices in this area would quintuple in 3 days. Then the rich young man helped the man pay the deposit, and also bought 2 more houses for investment himself. A few days later, the rich young man's employees received the news that the house prices had risen. At that moment, they began to suspect that the man was not an ordinary person.